I'm recording. All right, let's look at example number 3 real quick. It says 4 people have found the distance in kilometers across the canyon using different methods. Their results are given in the table. Order the distances from greatest to least. So how would you say that? Juana? Yeah. Juana. She said it's the square root of 28. Okay. Leanne said it's 23 over 4. Ryan said it was 5.5 repeating. And then Jackson said it was 5.5. So what we need to do, and I'm gonna bust out my handy dandy calculator so you guys can see it. I'm gonna use my calculator. Let me turn this off, see if that makes a difference. I'm gonna take the square root, and I want you to do the same. The square root of 28, and we could approximate this, but we get 4.29 roughly. So right here, I'm going to put, or not 4, 5, 5.29. Okay, that's a 5. 5.29, that's a 2. And then let's figure out what 23 divided by 4 is. So 23 divided by 4, 5.75. You guys settle down. Now, 5.5 repeating, I'm just going to write it down like this, 5.55, just to kind of give me an idea. And then this is going to be 5.5, right? Because 1/2 is 0.5. And if I wanted to make it 2 decimals to compare, I could just tack on a 0. Do you guys know that? So now to put these in order, and they already have the graph, this is going to be 5.29, right? 5.29 approximately. So it's a little bit after 5.2. This is 5.5. This is like 5, or we could say 5.50. This is 5.55 repeating. And then this one right here is like 5.75. Okay. Now these are measurements they made across the Quarry Canyon. I said Grand Canyon. I don't know how they measured it. They're not that far off when you think about it. They're about a 1/2 mile difference between the lowest and the greatest. So if you put them in order, then it would be, they put them in a different order. They put them from greatest to least. So they went this way. They said 23 over 4 is the greatest. The next one would be 5.5. The next one would be 5.5. And then lastly, the square root of 28. Huh? Yeah, because that's what it says. They said from greatest to least. So that's important. Sometimes we want to put things in the real world. Sometimes we want to go from the lowest to the greatest, and sometimes we want to go from the greatest to the lowest, depending on what we're doing. When you're buying something, right, you always want to get the best deal, so you look at the lowest price first. So you want to put things in order from the lowest to the greatest. But if you're selling something, if you're a business and you want to make lots of money, you might order it from the greatest to the least. So we need to learn how to do both. Okay? Okay, lastly, let's see if you really understand what you're doing. We got problem number 7 here. I'm going to give you about 60 seconds on the calculator, and I'll record it in the video. It says 4 people have found the distance in miles across the crater using different methods. Their results are below. Put them in order from greatest to least. So I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Plug them in your calculator real quick. Figure out what the decimals are. And then we'll do it together at the end. Probably got about 30 seconds left. Yeah. I'm recording. Did you say my favorite color? Blue. Well, you're talking, so I'm assuming that you're done. So anyways, let's see what we got. So I'm just going to plug this in real quick. 10 divided by 3, it's 3.3 repeating, right? So I'm going to put, this is 3.33. This is 3.45. This is 3.5. And the square root of 10 is going to be 3.1 something, right? So let me plug that in. The square root of 10, 3.16 approximately. So I'll say 3.16. So I want to go from greatest to least, so it'd be 3.5, right? Whoops. 3 1/2, that's the greatest. What's next? 3.45, we're going from greatest to least. 3.45. Then 10 over 3. And then the square root of 10. Let me double check my handy dandy teacher book. Yep. Did you guys get that same answer? Remember to go greatest to least because that's the direction said. Okay.